We often hear that it's good to be kind and generous, putting others before ourselves. But do people ever tell us about the risks of being overly kind and compassionate in our world? Not everyone returns the kindness we show, and many generous folks end up giving away a lot of their money and energy without much thought. Can being overly generous be harmful, even risking your well-being? Prepare to be surprised by the unexpected downsides of kindness. Today, I will share 8 things that can happen when you are too kind, and introduce 4 Buddhist strategies to protect yourself from being taken advantage of. Let's start with the first one. Unrealistic expectations can lead to disappointment and emotional distress. Buddhism taught us to accept things as they are, and not to tie our happiness to how others behave. When we give without expecting too much in return, we practice emotional detachment, which can lead to greater peace of mind. However, it can be tough to be completely selfless when we're generous. Giving a lot often leads us to expect others to do the same in return. But when we need help with something important, we've trained people to rely on us so much that they assume we can handle everything, including their responsibilities. This can lead to feelings of exhaustion, frustration, and disappointment when our hope for reciprocity isn't met. However, if we approach the situation with a dispassionate view, we'll realize that people aren't letting us down. They're just taking care of their own responsibilities, as we should be doing ourselves. Number 2, it's important to remember that true worth comes from doing the right thing and being sensible, according to Buddhism. Giving in a balanced way, without overdoing it, helps you stay in control of your actions and prevents you from forming habits that could harm your emotional well-being. When you're always giving, people might start to expect it from you, which could make them rely on you too much and neglect their own responsibilities. People tend to get used to routines and habits, like staying in their comfort zone. However, the main issue here is not recognizing your own worth. If you don't value yourself, it's unlikely that someone else will remind you to do so. Therefore, don't expect others to act like supportive friends while you're helping them, because they might be more focused on their own needs, like a personal Robin Hood. Remember, this could negatively affect their own lives. Number 3, it's important to consider that sometimes our own priorities might get neglected when we are constantly putting other people's needs before our own. Buddhism emphasized the significance of setting boundaries and taking care of our own responsibilities to maintain a healthy balance in life and not to compromise our true selves and well-being. Neglecting your own needs and always being there for others might be an attempt to escape from something inside you that's causing you pain and fear. It's crucial to check how you feel when you spend time alone or come back to an empty home. If you're doing these things to escape from yourself, it's going to be tough. Eventually, you'll have to confront your inner self. In the meantime, your mood will worsen as you ignore your own priorities to take care of others. Therefore, it's essential to prioritize taking care of yourself before helping others. Just like enjoying a bar of chocolate before sharing one with someone else, or tidying up your own home before offering to clean a friend's, taking care of yourself is crucial. Remember, you should always come first before everything else. Number 4, it's important to stand up for yourself and set boundaries. If you don't, people may perceive you as weak. Being strong on the inside and having self-control is encouraged. When you have boundaries and self-discipline, others will respect you instead of thinking you're weak. If you help others too much without boundaries, they might start treating you like an authority figure. It may seem strange, but not setting boundaries can make people think you're not strong. They may rely on you to do their work because they know you won't say no. However, once you start using the word no and setting limits, they will begin to respect you in a way they hadn't before. Number 5, it's common to come across people who approach you only when they need something. Buddhism teaches us to use wisdom and value our ability to make thoughtful choices. We can be selective in helping others by exercising self-control and clear thinking, which can help us differentiate genuine people from those trying to take advantage of us. This way, we can avoid wasting our time and energy on unproductive situations. Sometimes, even good friends may start excluding you from fun activities. and only reach out when they need something. While it's not surprising from a practical standpoint, it's not fair either. People usually do not invite their colleagues or collaborators for social gatherings or to hang out. However, it's important to learn strategies that can prevent people from using you, which I will be sharing with you later. Let's move on to the sixth point. It's more likely that you will attract individuals who are in need rather than those who are willing to give. With the help of Buddhist discernment, we can establish genuine and mutually beneficial relationships. The people who enter our lives are drawn to the energy we emit. When our energy is low, we tend to attract negative and pessimistic individuals with negative intentions. On the other hand, when our energy is high, we attract people who radiate positivity, generosity, enthusiasm, hard work, and joy. This is why giving without thinking consumes a lot of our energy, leaving us feeling drained. This low energy makes needy people and even opportunists who only want to take advantage of us without intending to give back gravitate towards us. They just want to use us and then disappear without even showing gratitude. Number 7, you might end up developing an addiction. Buddhism believes in moderation and self-control. Practicing self-discipline in your generosity helps you avoid getting trapped in addictive behaviors and allows you to maintain a healthy relationship with your actions and choices. When we face scarcity in our lives, our needs can grow, and this makes it easier to fall into addiction. So, one day, someone close to you might notice that you're drinking too much, eating excessively, or gambling excessively. Listen carefully to what someone who cares about you says. Your initial reaction might be to get angry and deny having any problems. However, this is a common reaction among people who are so caught up in their issues that they can't see their problems. Always remember that people who care about you only want what's best for you. Take their observations seriously because they are trying to help you avoid falling further and move forward. Moving on to number 8. Sometimes when people draw too much attention to themselves or become too showy, others might start to wonder what they're up to. Buddhism teaches us to always do the right thing, even if others don't understand or approve. By staying true to our values and principles, we can build a strong reputation that can't easily be questioned or doubted. In today's world, truly kind people are rare. So, if you happen to be genuinely kind, others might not trust your kindness. They may begin to wonder if you have hidden motives or secrets. This means that when people don't fully trust your kindness, it's not always because they're overly suspicious. Sometimes it's just a cautious approach to protect themselves from potentially harmful intentions. In conclusion, it's important to be careful when dealing with overly enthusiastic individuals and consider whether their help is genuinely helpful. By remaining true to our values and principles, we can build a strong reputation that will help us gain the trust of others, even when they are cautious. Now, let's talk about how to stop people from taking advantage of you. Here are the strategies. Strategy 1 is to consider paying attention to your feelings. Your emotions can act as messengers, trying to convey something important to you. To understand yourself better, think of yourself as a Buddhist sage. They believed in self-awareness, therefore when you assist others, observe how it makes you feel. If it makes you feel wonderful, as if you're walking on clouds, that's fantastic. However, if it makes you feel overwhelmed, exhausted, angry, or taken advantage of, that's a sign that you should pay attention to your feelings. You should not feel this way while assisting others unless it is genuinely necessary and meaningful. As a result, do not disregard those uncomfortable feelings, as they are attempting to inform you about how assisting others is impacting you. One of the best strategies to maintain a good work-life balance is to not be afraid to say no. Consider your time and energy as valuable resources and prioritize them. If you feel overwhelmed or someone asks too much of you, it's perfectly fine to decline. This way, you can take control of your life and avoid unnecessary stress. Although it may seem negative, saying no is essential for a positive and stress-free life. You can practice saying no in front of a mirror and convince yourself that it's the only way to protect your time and avoid unnecessary stress. The third strategy for improving your well-being is to prioritize your own needs. Adopting the practice of self-discipline and self-respect as advocated by Buddhism can be helpful. Allocate time in your schedule for activities that you enjoy, such as yoga, drawing, or sipping tea while listening to music. Complete your tasks efficiently so that you can make this a regular habit. If someone requests your time during your personal time, they should respect your boundaries. Kindly decline and use the time to recharge. You may offer assistance later, but make it clear that your time is limited and valuable. Maintaining healthy relationships is crucial for a peaceful and fulfilling life. Strategy 4 focuses on avoiding people who drain your energy. You should identify the relationships that benefit you and the ones that don't. Stay away from individuals who always bring you down and don't contribute positively to your life. Trying to help such people is usually a waste of time, since they are more interested in complaining than finding solutions. Balance is essential in life. You must neither give too little nor too much. Instead, find the equilibrium that works best for you. Always remember that it's okay to say no, especially when your well-being is at risk. These tips aim to assist you in implementing the principles of Buddhism in your daily life. As we come to the end of our journey through these insightful stories and strategies, think of our channel as a sanctuary for those who seek enlightenment. If the wisdom we've shared resonates with you, why not join us on this journey? Hit that subscribe button and join our little community. Together, we'll weave stories, find harmony, and embrace the path. So if you're interested in more tales and strategies to enrich your life, consider subscribing. No pressure, just good vibes. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next chapter.